Hey gang, Sean the Good Dog. How the heck are you guys doing? Wonderful, beautiful middle of the day. Love the street. This is Spain. Always trying to walk up Spain because Spain just has some great vibes. It's the tone for the whole walk. So now we're turning off of Spain. Anyways, guys, lots of folks had lots of good things to say about the video I shared about arousal yesterday. I showed Bella in a before and after kind of state. The before being the aroused, the after being not aroused. Trying to give people some better clues about how to jump on reactivity before it becomes reactivity, the preceding precursor state. And it can take a split second for a dog to go from like totally relaxed to boom, right? So your job is to be able to intercept that and stop that boom from happening. But I want to talk about some other stuff besides that. I want to talk about you and your relationship and how that contributes to arousal. So I had some folks comment about talking about things like, you know, using an excited voice for a walk, like ready to go walkies, or, you know, want to go walk, or anything like that. To me, just saying walkies got her all excited. So there's definitely these very simple ways of amping up dogs that can create arousal and more challenge, more excitement, things that can get in your way of a nice walk, things can get in the way of your dog behaving inside the house, whatever it might be. So there's these very like obvious, straightforward things that you can add into your interactions with your dog or dogs that will create or enhance or allow arousal and excitement to be more present or to be exacerbated. But there's also more to it, and it's the more nuanced kind of layer I want to talk about today. I think those shepherds, always those shepherds, I think most of us should be able to get on a fundamental, foundational simplicity level how if we're amping up our dogs with excited talk and motion, we're going to get an excited dog and we're going to have a bigger struggle. I think most of you guys get that. But what I don't know if a lot of folks really truly get, a lot of construction going on in NOLA. Man, whew. Always building something here. Anyways, tractors over there. Building this town up. Anyways, so the more nuanced aspects of what you are and what you share are not your walkies or, you know, just feeding and doing things like that all, you know, playing, all these things that contribute to your dog's perception of you and you being kind of a trigger for arousal. But it's everything you do and who you are around your dog as far as your totality of your conversation of what you share. It doesn't matter, well, I won't say it doesn't matter. If you share walkies with your dog right before you go for a walk, it probably will make things harder for you. But my point is that if you share walkies along with, it's just gonna make it hard for your dog, but if you share that along with a firmness, along with, okay, cool, this is our walk now. We're switching gears, we're gonna do this. Walk like this, don't look at that dog, da-da-da-da. If you hear how my tone even shifted, right? This is the problem that most owners have, is that they live in one world with their dog. They live in a play, affection, excitement, feeding, rewarding world. That's all it is. Almost the entirety of their world is that. And if there is any discipline, it's typically in the form of getting annoyed or frustrated when all that stuff that you've built up and created, go around these guys, has worked against you and has caused your dog to be a knucklehead, and now you're yelling at them or doing something like that that's probably not exactly working for you. So, sniper dogs. You're doing great, Bella. You're doing great. Don't let those sniper dogs bother you. Anyways, ooh, Air Force. You guys can see those guys. Yeah, there's actually an Air Force base right across the river. So we've got this big problem, guys. We've got this gap, which is that what we're sharing with our dogs tends to be this totally lopsided conversation. It tends to be this all fun, all play, all affection, all rewards, all freedom, all good stuff. Why? Because we love our dogs and we want our dogs to be happy. We want our dogs to enjoy themselves. We get so much joy and so much pleasure out of seeing them happy, right? So there's the other part of that connection. So it's twofold, right? So they get the joy and we get the joy of seeing them joyful. Now that's fantastic. Joy, fun, play, excitement, all that stuff I just got natted is super cool and definitely should be a big, go potty, should definitely be a big part of your guys' relationship conversation. The problem is you guys are missing the other part of your conversation. You guys are lopsided. So your dogs only see you, and this is the arousal association part that I'm talking about, they only see you in one context as being a human being that just your presence, you know, like why when you wiggle the leash, do your dog gets excited, or you bring out their bowl, do they get excited? Because those things typically mean one thing. The leash means I'm going for a walk. The bowl means I'm getting fed. What if you mean everything? What if you mean I'm getting fed, I'm going for a walk, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna get rubbed, I'm gonna get belly rubs, I'm gonna get tickled, I'm gonna get tackled and played with and all this stuff. What if you, like a leash or a bowl or the front door that means freedom, what if you mean something that emotionally significant to your dog in a one-dimensional, one-sided, lopsided fashion? Can you imagine how that would create arousal? Think on that. Think on how your dog reacts when you pull his bowl out for food, or when you pull the leash out, right? Think about how your dog's excitement levels, arousal levels go through the roof. What if you represent the same thing, except in a vast kind of more multi-dimensional fashion, because you're everything, you're all the stuff. Except for that other piece. Except for that discipline piece. No. No. Sorry, dog approaching us. No. Can you grab your dog? Thank you. So, off-leash dog. That's how you handle it. And if she's not going to control her dog, then I'm going to mosey this way. So, anyways. Everybody's always, what do you do with off-leash dogs? That's what I do. I send out the bad juju and tell them and their owners, get away. Anyways, what if you guys, she interrupted such a great video, little moment too. What if you guys are all of that? You're the bowl, you're the leash, you're the front door, you're the ball, you're the frisbee, you're the pets, you're everything. How do you think that would affect your dog's feeling? Think about this. I want you to think about this really deeply. Their feeling of simply association of your presence, how would they feel around you, and how might that cause their behavior to be problematic? Would you want to walk your dog with their food bowl in your hand? Right? Around like troubled dogs? Would you expect your dog to give you his best stuff? Would you expect your dog to give you his best stuff on a calm, relaxed fashion if you're jangling his ball or favorite toy in front of his face? Or you want him to stay in place and stay relaxed? Like, forget about just the walk. Like, you want him just to stay in place and stay calm and stay cool when you have guests over, but you're busy throwing his ball up and down, or wiggling his frisbee around, or squeaking his favorite toy. Would you expect your dog to give you their best? No, of course not. You'd expect your dog to be excited, distracted, challenged, aroused, focused on the other thing. That's what's happening with you. That's what's happening with you guys. So many of you guys have left the other component behind because you don't want to make your dog sad, because you don't want to make yourself sad, because you don't want to represent a more balanced, more nuanced association to your dog, because you're afraid it will hurt your dog's feelings. You're afraid it will make your dog unhappy. You're afraid it will make your dog sad. Thus, it will make you sad. So what ends up happening is you offer a one-dimensional perspective to your dog of who you are. This is a juicy one, guys. A one-dimensional perspective of who you are. That perspective and that association drives all of the issues that you see when your dog is around you. Why is the dog better with the dog trainer? Do they have better mechanics and timing and see stuff? Yeah, sure. But they also don't have to fight the uphill battle of association. Do you get that? Do you get that? If you really get that, guys, you can run with this. If you really get, like, that's who I used to be. I know it. I speak about it because I know it for a fact, because I used to be that guy with my dogs. I talk about it in my book. I talk about how that's all I was for my guys. Zero anything else but affection, fun, play, food, romping, freedom. That's all I was. What did I get? Reactive, crazy, aggressive, dangerous, bad news bears dogs. What did I do? I changed that. I balanced it out. I didn't ruin my dog's relationship. They didn't love me any less. We didn't have less fun. We just had less chaos, less danger. We had a bigger world that we could explore. We had more stuff we could do. We got to enjoy each other more. There was almost zero frustration rather than tons of frustration, because now I had a real relationship with them, a balanced relationship, a nuanced relationship, a multi-dimensional relationship that wasn't just based on fun for them and feeling good for me. So I set my dogs up for success by becoming a more multi-dimensional owner for them. Do you get that? Do you get that that's one of the biggest issues dog trainers struggle with when they hand the leash to the owner? It's not the mechanics and it's not the timing, although those play a role. They're this big compared to this big of owner association. It's something I've been trying to explain and express for so long, and I'm hoping this video gets this message across, because it is, ask any dog trainer, they're like, I handed the leash to the owner and the dog went bananas, or the owner appeared and the dog went bananas, or the owner appeared and the dog bit me, or the, right? Why? Why is the appearance and proximity of an owner causing a dog to lose its marbles? Association. Because you mean all of these things to your dog, but you don't mean the other stuff they need too to stay in balance. You've only become one thing. Your job, guys, your job, if you really truly love and care about your dogs, is to become a balanced, multi-dimensional owner that offers everything your dog needs, so your dog can be truly happy, truly balanced, truly healthy, and you can have a truly balanced, happy, healthy relationship. Does that mean you'll have to be the heavy sometimes? Does that mean you don't always get to be fulfilled and have your dog wagging his tail because you had to say no, or you had to correct them, or you had to say this isn't allowed? Does it mean you have to step up and man up and woman up and say, I'll be tough here, and even if my dog is not at its peak happiest right now, I'm okay with it? Can you do that? It depends what you want. It depends if you want your dog to move into a different space. It depends if you want your relationship to move into a different space. It depends if you want to get rid of problem behaviors. It depends if you want an awesome dog and an awesome situation between the two of you, or the three of you, or the four of you, how many you got in your pack. So I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates. Guys, this is the key. This supersedes timing, this supersedes tools, this supersedes mechanics, this supersedes obedience training, this supersedes all the stuff. It's the big enchilada. It's you. It's you and how your dog feels in your presence. And how they feel is derived from what you present on a 24/7 basis. Not just that one moment you say they can't do this, or that one moment that you say they're not supposed to bark at that dog. How you live with your dog in totality, and what you share with them in totality, creates the association of who you are, how your dog feels in your presence, and what you'll be able to get with them. Hope that makes sense. It's a good video, guys. I like this. I've been working on trying to get this message and this point across for a long time. I hope it helps. I hope it brings some clarity. Any questions, hit me up, and I'll do my best to answer as quick as I possibly can. Working on that audiobook, so I'm busy right now. But anyways, want to share this with you guys. Hope it helps. Talk soon.